guys, Scott here from Daiwa, New Zealand. We've teamed up with Engine and a couple of the other Daiwa boys to go out on the Hauraki Gulf today and test out our electric reel range. The plan is we're going to start off inshore with your smaller little Leobrits 300, target some snapper, Cherokee hopefully. We're going to move out a bit deeper, put the Leobrits 500 into action, try and get into some Cherokee again, maybe a harp hooker. And then after that, we're going to move out to 300-400 meters, targeting your bass, blue nose on our bigger electrics, your Tanacom 1200 and our Tanacom 1000U. And if everything goes according to plan, we've got the weather out there, we're going to bust out the big Seaborg 1800 and have a crack at a swordfish at a deep drop off out there. So anyway, to kick it off, we're going to give the little Leobrits 300 a go inshore and hopefully get stuck into a few snapper and Cherokee. Really cool with the Leobrits, nice clear line counters so you can see what depth you're at. Benefit of that is, you know, if the fish are up off the bottom, you can come back to the exact depth. We've matched up the Leobrits with a little Sea Power rod. It's specifically designed for these smaller reels. Nice soft tip, so perfect for fishing with circle hooks. And the beauty with the electric reel, we can see on the fish finder that the sign's starting at 40 meters. So I'll get into that zone and I'll just stop and see if, you know, the fish are there and they're biting. So I've got them hooked up. One thing with the Leobrits, it's nice and quick. We don't have it at full power, we're just taking it nice and easy so we don't rip the hooks out. I don't want to jinx myself, but I was about to say it does feel like a Cherokee. So that was the plan, come out sort of a medium depth inshore reef and target a few Cherokee and snapper. The snapper, or the bigger snapper, aren't playing ball, but always happy to get a couple of nice Hauraki Gulf Cherokee. Leobrits did a really good job in the shallower stuff, but like we see, we're going to head out a bit deeper now and give the Leobrits 500 a go. So next stop, 150 meters.
The slightly bigger reel, we've got 400 meters of P5 on here. Slightly heavier setup.
I'll tell you what, it's a pretty grunty little reel. It's ripping it up super quick, whatever it is. What do we got? Oh, some sort of weird perch thing. Oh, that thing's a trophy. Never know what you're going to get. Old Leobrits 500, rip this fella up from the depths. Yeah, something you don't see every day. So the plan was start off inshore, catch a few Cherokee or snapper. We ticked that box. We've come out to 150 to try another reef to try and catch some harp hooker. Got a nice Cherokee and a couple of other deep water species, golden snapper and some big sea perch, but it's not quite what we're after. So we're going to pull the pin here. We're going to hit another 20 nautical miles offshore to a deep seamount and hopefully try and get into some good sized blue nose. All right, so we've reached our final destination. We're 70 or 80 nautical miles offshore, so far off seamount. Hopefully we can get stuck into some better blue nose and potentially some bass. We're going to be using the Tanacom 1000 and also the newer Tanacom 1200 as well. So we're on the spot and the sign's looking good, so we'll get those baits down there and hopefully we can crack into a few good fish. We've got 414 meters to get to the bottom according to the fish finder. I'm currently at 40, so a little way to go. It's nice with an electric reel knowing that you don't have to wind up from that depth. So one of the big benefits is, you know, we are fishing deep, it's a big area. You know, you can prospect a lot of spots, up and down's nice and easy. I mean, if you're doing it by hand, it's a pretty labor intensive job. So the old electric reels make pretty light work of it. Heaps of capacity on the Tanacom 1000 as well. It'll hold 800 meters of P8 line, so plenty of line to get down there. Yep, there we go. Alright, the boys are on. We made the effort to come out a bit wider and it's paid off. But both the Tanacom 1000 and the 1200 hooked up. Hoping mine's okay blue nose, but I think whatever Justin's hooked up to is pretty respectable. It's giving him a pretty hard time. Putting the old Tanacom to work. 400 metres of water. I suspect I've got a pretty reasonable blue nose on. I think Justin's got a bit of a tank on. He's at a stalemate at 370 metres. I'm making progress. Yeah, no, this is what it's all about. Pretty keen to see what everyone's hooked up to be honest.
Oh my lord! Look at it! Look at it! Look at the two blue dogs! Oh, that other one. My God, look at him!
Alright, this is why we've come all this way for some big blue dogs. That is a big dog. That is a big blue nose. Oh man, that thing is a horse. On the old Tanacom 1000, we came all this way. Look at the size of it. It's an absolute barrel. Now that is a dog. Very happy.
Oh, the second one's a bass! Phew! Phew! Oh, got me a bass and a blue dog! Yes. Oh, shit! You good fishing? Oh man, how good!
Alright, the sun's going down. It's been a big day for the boys. Then on the way in we said we're going to have a crack at a sword and we did. The sword ate our first bait, but unfortunately we didn't convert. But anyway, that's fishing and that's what keeps us coming back. So we're going to wrap it up now and head back in. We've got a bit of a journey ahead of us, but yeah, hope you enjoyed catching up with our deep water adventure today.